What is up, everyone? Kindergarten, week 4. I didn't grab that like I thought I was going to. We have got a great lesson plan. I want to start off by saying this. Last week, I sent a video. It was not specific. It was generic to the new classroom. So, in case you are either once a month or every other week, or we're just gone last week and you didn't watch that video, give that a watch. It's about 10 minutes long, just explaining how the new classroom works, because I want to redo that video more details. I want you to help me and go, hey, your video didn't cover this, or I have an additional question on this, so that when we have new volunteers join the team, when we have subs come in to help, they can feel really prepared on what's going on. So I want you to watch that video and help me make that better, and then we'll redo it and probably turn it into like either a 15-minute video that's all encompassing, or like 3 5-minute videos of just kind of piece by piece by piece. But for today, I just want to give you the rundown of our week 4. It's our final week in the month of June. We promoted last week, and so we have just a kindergarten class, and everything I've heard so far is that yesterday went great because they come in and they're chill and they're just playing with toys, and then they're just like, they don't have the bad habits of our older kids, and so we just get to instill some things. So the first 15 minutes are all just open playtime, and then you're gonna have them sit down and you're gonna do your host time. But don't think host like what we do in the big kids room. Think host. You're going to introduce yourself. So you say, hey, so glad you guys are here. My name's Trevor. You might go around and ask them their names. And then we have a question. So you're just asking the group kind of in a small group format, but also not a small group. You're going to say, what's something that you've made that you're proud of? And you're going to let kids talk about what are things they like to build. And maybe something they made with Legos, or maybe they made a birdhouse, or maybe they drew a picture and like that is something they are proud of. And so you're just going to talk to the kid just a couple of minutes, pretty quick. And then you're going to give them the expectations of our class. You say, hey, you're in the kindergarten class. You're going to start kindergarten in the fall. This is how we act in here. We have our eyes on the speaker or eyes on the teacher. And our older kids, we say eyes on the speaker because when we're in a small group, we're looking at the person who's talking. So we have eyes on speaker, our ears are listening, and you have these laminated in your bins. Our lips are zipped, so when it's time to be quiet, we are quiet. Our hands and our feet are to ourselves. And again, I told our older kids, sometimes that means your hands and your feet, your hands are opening a Bible or your hands are doing activity. But point being, your hands are not meant to be a distraction. And the last thing is that our brains are engaged and we are paying attention to what is going on, and we're not rolling around on the floor, or we're not looking back like this the whole. Nope, nope. I want your eyes on me. I want your brain engaged, and then we'll have the big idea, and it's that we can honor God with the things we make. And so it gives you, it's right here. This is the hand motions. Okay, so you're going to say, we're going to have a story, and we're going to learn that we can honor God with the things we make, like a hammer. So that's the host part. It's pretty quick, and then you're going to do 2 songs for worship. They're on the screen, so you're going to have a remote. And anyone who was here last week has already done this, but this is in case you weren't. You click the button. It's the same 2 songs as last week, so we're going to probably do songs 2 weeks at a time. Or we'll do 4. But I want to make songs that are great for little kids and also have motions that are included specifically on the screen. But like this week, we're doing the Fruits of the Spirit song, and there are no motions on the screen, but it's just like the fruit of the Spirit's nada, and then you say the name of a fruit, and then you sing the song. So it's great. Anyway, after that, you're going to press play on the story. You're going to watch the video. It's Callie. She's a little puppet, kind of Sesame Street-esque. And then there's some options you have here of how to retell the story. So you can either just from your memory, retell the story. If you're going to do that, please read the story ahead of time. It's the Tower of Babel from Genesis 11. It's a great story. You can use a pile of Lego Duplo bricks. And I highlighted it. That's for me to get those so that when Amy sets up, she can do that fully. Or you can read the story, but then have kids come up and help act it out. And so you have some choices there on how you want to teach that. And again, this is not to be, hey, spend 30 minutes. This is like, can you do this in 5? Because that's the attention span you're going to get. Then you have your actual small groups. You have your kids sit in a circle. You're going to remind them, eyes on me, ears are listening, lips are zipped, hands be to yourself, brain's engaged, and you have a circle time review. You're going to pray. You have a memory verse with motions to practice there, and then you have an activity called Babbling Babel, and again, it's the Tower of Babel. It says, through today's story, we learned that when our hearts are in the right place, we can honor God with the things we make. We saw how people who all spoke the same language wanted to make something to honor themselves instead of God. So what did God do? He made it so that people spoke different languages. And then you're going to give them these animal stickers because of these animals all doing different languages, because they all speak differently. And so it's just a fun little activity just to give them a sticker and basically say, hey, thanks so much for listening. And then after that, you will have a coloring page. And I printed it out, but it's on the printer still. I have not gone to get it off the printer. But you'll have finally a coloring page. And then you have 15 minutes of free time to play at the end. So everything, the host, the story, the worship, the small group, that should all take no more than about half an hour. And so you'll do 15 minutes of playing on the front end, 15 minutes or more of playing on the back end, and then the rest of it is this stuff here. And so you can have them practice the memory verse. You can organize a game at the end, like that free time. You can say, hey, we're going to play Duck, Duck, Goose. If you have a small number and you have the space, like, go nuts. As far as like playing a game, don't just let them go nuts. We want to teach them to not just go nuts. Sorry, I have a thing I popped up for a calendar reminder. So that's the week. Like I said, you're gonna have some kids. If kids are every other week kids, you'll have some new ones this week, but also you'll have some that won't be there. I'm doing my best to just be available to like talk to families that have questions about, can my kids stay together? That was one I heard, like, can they stay together? I said, long term, no. But if your new kindergartner needs a sibling to hang out with them for one week to like teach them that the class is great, then like, let's do that. I'm not going to be like, no, your second grader can't come in. I'm like, no, absolutely. But ultimately, we want your second grader to go to the second grade class, and parents never have a problem with that. And they're usually really grateful that we are accommodating. So if you have any questions, holler at me. Have a great week. Guys, it looks so stinking nice outside, so let's enjoy it. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for everything you do. Peace out.